Hi, this is Artifacts of Mars. You're going to have to follow along in what I'm going to say because it can be a little bit on the complex side, especially if you're not familiar with the media show trials, the show trials that I had in the Soviet Union, using them as a benchmark for this conversation. What we have going on in this country is the media is putting people on trial when they haven't even broken any laws, and using public opinion to try and convict a person. Now, you don't have any due process, you don't get ready rights, you're not allowed to have an attorney, you can't defend yourself, and what they're doing in essence is taking, like in the case of Donald Sterling, they're taking his private property away from him, namely the basketball team. Or they take their livelihood away from him, which in his case isn't going to work because he's a billionaire. But he is having other property taken from $2.5 million. That's his personal property. It's been taken away from him because the media prosecuted him. I don't know how they've gotten this powerful. This isn't just about Donald Sterling. You have Paula Dean of Food Network. She lost her livelihood because of these slimy vultures. That was punishment meted out to her by the media. It was Food Network said that got too much pressure from the media, so she lost her livelihood over saying the word nigger, apparently 30 years ago or something. And then look at Herman Cain. He was running for president. Media went out of their way to dig up dirt on him because media decided he could not be president no matter what. So they had his bid to be president taken away from him. Show trial, no defense, you're not allowed any defense. You're not allowed to fight back. They're completely circumventing the Constitution. And these people aren't people who have broken the law. They haven't broken civil law. They haven't broken criminal law. Now, let me describe what a show trial was in the old Soviet Union, because many of you may not understand what happened there. It has direct bearing on this because this is the show trial mentality that we have in this country today, with the media being the prosecuting court. Show trial in the Soviet Union was where basically you were already guilty of whatever the so-called crime was, criticizing the state or I don't know. You know, I'm assuming they prosecuted murders and stuff too. But you were automatically guilty. But you were put on trial in a public forum, where you were expected to grovel, and then they hauled you away to the gulag. That was a show trial in the old Soviet Union. No defense attorney, no due process, you're automatically guilty. Well, it's the same damn thing that's happening with today's media. Somehow they've gotten so powerful that people like the ones I mentioned, Herman Cain, Paula Dean, and Donald Sterling are put on trial publicly and publicly prosecuted, not for breaking any laws, but just for having the wrong views. And there's another one which I'm sure Obama is going to have the media go after. The government's behind this. I mean, come on, folks. Give me a freaking break. James Dobson recently said, I'm not obeying your wicked laws, talking about the Affordable Care Act. He says, you want me, Obama? Come get me. The guy has balls, so I'll give him that much. But this is the point. These are media show trials. The media has gotten so powerful that they form their own little trial courts that are nationwide, and they turn public sentiment against people, and then whoever the employer is, like in Donald Sterling's case, the NBA, they take away their private property, their money. He was tried and convicted, no trial. He was already guilty as far as media was concerned. He said some reprehensible things, but he didn't do anything wrong. He said this in the privacy of his own home. This is the thing. It's up to him who he wants to associate with. If he wants to be a jerk and say, I'm not going to have anything to do with blacks, that's his right. I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's his right. The guy's a jerk. I mean, I agree with Alan West. Alan West had an interesting piece about it. Kind of along the same lines. But what's happened, they are circumnavigating the Constitution. They're going completely around the Constitution, alright? And you're being put on trial. If you say the wrong things, like if you say you oppose homosexual marriage and you're a major target, they're going to try to go after you. That is unconstitutional. It's disgusting. And we got to do something about it. I don't know what. I don't know how you stop this stuff. These people are wicked and evil. You know, these people are wicked and evil. It's as simple as that. These are fascists or communists. I don't really care. But they are evil. They're ruining people's lives, having their property taken away from them just for saying the wrong thing. Disgusting. Worse than disgusting, it's criminal. Something's got to be done about the media in this country. I don't know what. People are going to have to stand up to these monsters and stop them. Say, no, you're not going to ruin people's reputations. You're not going to destroy them and take away their property. They become they're like an old Soviet Union government, putting people on trial for show. The only difference is in the Soviet Union, you went to the gulag afterwards. In this case, you lose your livelihood or your property. That's the difference. Wake up, people. Or should I say sheeple. Wake up. Before it's too late. I'm Artifacts of Mars. Thanks for watching.